So one day I was walking and I happened upon a penny, and some kind of revelation or, this new thought was given to me, an epiphany, if you will. And I suddenly came to understand, not of my own knowledge, not of my own doing, the penny superstition. Now, if you've never heard of the penny superstition, let me very quickly rehash it for you. So the penny superstition is, if you're walking some public place and you happen upon a penny, then you pick it up and have good luck. That's the saying. That's the superstitious practice. But there are some stipulations. If you happen upon a penny and it's heads up, take it. That's good luck. If it's tails up, do not take it. You take it, you'll suffer bad luck. So instead, if it's tails up, then you do someone else a favor by flipping the coin over and letting it lay for them to happen upon it and pick it up and have good luck. That's the basic gist of the superstitious ritual or practice. Now, when I happened upon that penny one day and I had the epiphany, the understanding of it was in terms of the purpose of the superstition, the meaning behind it. And I had been reading a lot of Carl Jung at that time and various other psychoanalytical thinkers. And they do, some of Jung's contemporaries are very archetypal in their thinking. And so I guess that's why I had the thought. And so the idea is that there are superstitious practices or rituals that are conducted and serve the purpose to dramatize and express certain universal truths. So that's the thesis here. That's what we're talking about. So what does the penny superstition express then? What does it dramatize? And what universal truth does it express? Well, let me tell you. I think, my own humble opinion, that the penny superstition means that if you come upon a treasure that has been prepared for you, you are obligated or encouraged to pick it up and take it. And you'll have good luck. If you come upon a treasure that has not been prepared for you, you should not take it. Otherwise, you'll suffer bad luck. And not only when you come upon it should you not pick it up, but you should prepare it for the next person. So we'll use the example of parenthood, right? If you're a parent, you are in possession, to a certain extent, of prepared and unprepared treasures. If you wanted to be selfish, like many parents are, then you would just use up all of those resources to meet your own ends, your own satisfactions, right? Your own gluttony and selfishness. That would be unfortunate and terrible, and I'm sad to say that many parents do that. But the better option, which is fairly obvious, meets the categorical imperative, I would say, that if you were to prepare those treasures for your children and you would hand it down to them, that would be the much better option, right? So you don't take the treasures that have not been prepared. You prepare them and you hand them down. You give them to the next person. And hopefully they'll do the same in an endless cycle, right? You pull up to a Chick-fil-A, you pay for somebody's meal, and then hopefully that person pays for the next person's meal. It's kind of the idea, right? So this is a very interesting form of thinking, right? Is that there are superstitious practices, not to say, like I'm a professing Christian and believe in the Bible, and I'm not meaning to call all my religious beliefs superstitious practices, but it's a good category to put them into, right? Jordan Peterson talks plenty in his biblical lectures about the different dramatizations of universal truth in the Old Testament, burnt sacrifices, stuff like that. One of the things that really opened my eyes about one of the biblical practices that we even do still today, that is more meaningful than I ever thought it would be, is water by baptism. Water baptism, right? And so I personally believe in water submersion, right? Submersion, where you go fully into a body of water, right? Like a lake or a river or some large vat of water, and you completely submerge your body in it, right? primarily your face, instead of the sprinkling. Sprinkling doesn't really work with this whole dramatization of universal truth situation, right? So we'll stick with submersion, right? And so what it is in the more Christian theological terms is that we are going to mimic and act out through ritual Christ's death and resurrection, right? Christ was crucified on the cross and he resurrected on the third day. And so we are going to do a public profession of faith. We're going to accept Jesus Christ into our lives as the Lord of our lives. We're going to go into the water in death and then come back up reborn, right? Hence the common term, born again Christian, right? Well, let's transform this into psychological or into archetypal terms. So we are going down into the water. Well, what is water, right? This is an element. It's an element. It's a core part of nature, right? Well, what is nature associated with? Nature is also categorized as chaos. Chaos is categorized as feminine, right? So we're going into chaos, right? And then when we come out of chaos or death, then we are reborn, another person, right? A better person. And that form of thinking is like really, really cool. Now I've heard other people have conversations about like other parts of the meaning of water, and the Catholic Church maintains belief and support of the different evolution. Basically, they support evolution. So if you wanted to, there are different theories about how evolution took place. That we all came from water, right? That was like beginning organisms coming up out of the water, right? And so that would be an added importance, that we were going into the water, we come out reborn. Not sure if I buy into that. Not sure if you do either. Not sure if you should. Don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Universal truth, right? Expressed through drama. We act it out. We do it. And whether or not you are a materialist or whatnot, if you believe in religion or supernatural happenings, you still, as a modern or postmodern man, express universal truths through common superstitious practices. So there you go. Look for those in your everyday life. There are pretty much an endless amounts of superstitious practices that we all do. So if you have any thoughts on that, I would love to hear them, because I haven't done a ton of thinking about it, but it is something that definitely intrigues me. So hope you enjoyed. I'll see you later. Bye.